Look at this. Well, looky what we have here. Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? That is a beautiful, beautiful modern Disneyland monorail passing under the shadow of the mighty, the wonderful, the mega, the mighty, mighty Matterhorn Mountain. It's the Sometimes Vlog. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. Look at that. What is that, my catchphrase? Look at that, look at this, look at that, look at this. Look at what we have here, look. I am so excited to be seeing that. The mighty, mighty Matterhorn. That is something you will not see at the Magic Kingdom at Disney World. Oh, no, no. That is something you will only see right here at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Well, or in the Alps, because there's a real Matterhorn. But Walt Disney's 157-foot mountain of goodness, the Matterhorn. I said that kind of like my friend Adam would say. The mountain of goodness. Adam the Woo here. Look at that. It's amazing. The Matterhorn. The Matterhorn. The Matterhorn. I'm feeling so happy to be home, you guys. I've been at Walt Disney World, for those of you who don't know. Maybe you missed it. I have been at Walt Disney World in Florida at the Magic Kingdom and Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, and Disney's Animal Kingdom for the past 2 weeks. I just flew in, home, dipped into Disneyland, spent yesterday sleeping. After doing double Disney 2 days ago, I was at both Magic Kingdom and Disneyland in the same day 2 days ago. And then yesterday I took a whole day off and just slept. I am feeling 100% better. And now today I'm back at it, back at Disneyland. So not only am I enjoying the beautiful, wonderful view of the Matterhorn Mountain, something you will not find in Florida, I'm also looking at this. It's a world of laughter, a world of Val Kilmer? Is that Val Kilmer right there? 1990s Val Kilmer in a Quicksilver shirt? No, that's not the real Val Kilmer. Don't worry. For 1 second, I was really stoked. I was like, Val Kilmer? Val Kilmer? Batman, kind of? Look at that. It's a small world. Look at the giant, amazing white and gold. It's real gold, by the way. That's gold leaf in that facade. White and gold, happy. It's a small world facade designed by Mary Blair and quasi-designed and implemented by Rolly Crump. Disney Imagineer Walt Disney stood right here and looked at this, and here you see the Disneyland Railroad puffing up to the side. I think it's actually dropping off passengers back there at the Toontown Station. We don't have a Fantasyland station anymore here at Disneyland. We have Toontown Station back there, and the entrance to Toontown. There you see the train poking its nose right there through the facade of It's a Small World. It actually passes behind this giant clock tower here at Disneyland, and at the base of our clock tower, unlike the one in Magic Kingdom, those doors down there at the bottom open up, and cute little characters come out, almost like a cuckoo clock, and travel around either side. Disneyland! I miss you, small world! It's so big. That's the crazy part, is here, like the castle here is smaller. A lot of things are smaller. The park isn't as spread out, so it feels smaller, and so Disneyland feels all cozy and condensed. The monorails are smaller here. Everything is a little bit smaller until you look at Small World and you go, Small World is so big! The facade is bigger, the attraction's bigger. It's bigger on the inside, like a TARDIS. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Look at this. Disneyland, home in Anaheim. Walt Disney's original dream theme park, as my good friend once said. It used to end here. There used to be a Autopia attraction called Midget Autopia. Fantasyland Station used to be there, but they pushed outwards and expanded, the original vision of the park in the 1960s to accommodate Walt Disney's Pepsi sponsored. That's right, Pepsi sponsored at first. Pepsi and UNESCO benefiting Pepsi sponsored attraction. It's a Small World, the happiest cruise that ever sailed. So Mountain Dew in a way and Small World kind of go together. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I wish you could get Mountain Dew in It's a Small World. Man, Mountain Dew and Small World would be a combination I could support. So there you go. So an original expansion here, and then of course it expanded even further with the addition of 1993's Toontown back there under the berm, under the railroad tracks. So Disneyland has expanded a lot of times before. A lot of people are freaking out about Star Wars Land, and Disneyland is expanding and changing. Disneyland has always expanded. Walt Disney said that Disneyland would never be complete as long as there was imagination left in the world. So I'm not too worried about the fact that Disneyland is expanding. I'm not too worried about it. It's remained a magical place since 1955. I'm sure it will remain a magical place for decades to come. 60 years of amazing magic here. 60 years, and we're almost to 61 years. I'm sorry for the wind, I can't control it. I cannot control the wind. It's been rather blustery today. It was rather blustery and stormy and rainy. Whoa, I almost dropped you there. In parts of Southern California last night, although I didn't experience any rain personally, I was sleeping well. The only rain I was experiencing was on my parade. Look at the Matterhorn Mountain. So two things, one good and one bad. One bad thing is last night, yet again, some drama, craziness. I want to put out there on the record that I have never said I'm a perfect human being. I make plenty of mistakes all the time. And the quest for positivity is my quest for me to be positive. It's the way that I see things. It's the way that I see the world. It's nobody else's rules. It's nobody else's standard. No one has to judge themselves by it or me by it. It's just my ongoing sharing in my quest for finding positivity and making my way through this crazy life. And if any of the things that I deal with or struggle with or talk about help other people, I am super gratified and stoked about it. But it doesn't mean that I give everybody permission to come in and Heimbuck, Periscope, or comments and say, well, you didn't do this, that's not very positive. That's not what the quest for positivity is. It's not your definition of positivity. It's mine. My quest for positivity deals with my quest for what I see as the ideal positive life, for what I see as the ideal stress-free or anxiety-free life, for what I see as doing the right things to satisfy my conscience. Just like your quest for positivity, look at this, has to be about satisfying your conscience, making yourself positive. You cannot judge other people just because they sin differently than you. You cannot judge other people, get angry at other people because they think differently than you. And in terms of my Periscope, especially Periscope, it's a live streaming thing. There's a lot of people who want to take things very personally in there, get argumentative, get crazy. In terms of all that stuff, it's you either are there to have a good time and to like it, or you can simply not enjoy it. Like, I never go on people's Instagram accounts and go, I don't like what you're posting here. I don't like what you're saying or the way you're saying it. I would simply just not follow that account. The same goes for vlogs or anything else. The same goes in real life. If you didn't like somebody or the way they thought or the way they talked about stuff, I'm not saying hate them. I'm not saying they did something offensive to you. I'm saying if you didn't like it, don't participate in it. It's really that simple. You can cut out a lot of stress in your life if instead of trying to argue with people and make yourself right, you just go, all right, well, we have a difference of opinion. I'm going to go somewhere and find people who are like-minded to me and be happy over here and cut out the drama, just cut out the middleman of Mr. Drama by not arguing. It's that simple. So that was kind of disgruntling and disappointing that sometimes there's just a little bit of drama in the world. People can't handle their chill and be relaxed and cool. I have never said anything offensive to anyone on purpose. I'm sure that I'll offend somebody someday by accident. You cannot please everyone. You cannot make everyone happy. And really, 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 it's been a crazy hard lesson for me to try. Only now am I even getting a grip on trying to not worry about pleasing everyone. My entire life, just like everybody else, all I wanted to do is make everybody else around me happy and make sure every single person wasn't mad at me, make sure there was zero misunderstandings with zero people. Now that I am older, I accept the fact that there will be misunderstandings. If you're a human being and you deal with other human beings, there will be misunderstandings, and sometimes you just gotta let it go. So that's part of it. That's negative. That sounds like I'm starting a whole downer note, but it's not. I'm actually not worried about it. First of all, I got no strings on me. That's wrong. I have no strings on me. I got no strings to hold me down, to make me frown. I had strings, but now I'm free. There are no strings on me. I don't know why I was just thinking of that song. I was totally separate before I was there. Firstly, I'm not worried about it. Not worried about it. Not gonna let it tie me down or Heimbuck my day. Anything that happens, Hakuna Matata, because I am going back to Walt Disney World. What? I'm just now coming back and enjoying Fantasyland and seeing Monstro. I miss you, Monstro. He's a whale of a friend, let me tell you. He's a big deal in my life. Wow, puns. I'm going back to Walt Disney World. This time, look at single Dumbo. Single Dumbo. I don't know if I showed you guys in the vlog or if it was Periscope or both or Snapchat or Instagram. I definitely Instagrammed it. But Disney World's Magic Kingdom has 2 Dumbos. When they made New Fantasyland, they realized Dumbo was so popular, so many people wanted that iconic Dumbo photo shoot, that they actually added a second Dumbo, 2 Dumbos, double Dumbo. Here we still have just 1 Dumbo with Timothy Mouse up there whipping people. And back here, something very special. It's Peter Pan and Captain Hook sneaking away from the crowds. Let's see if I can kind of catch up to them, just to give you a peek of their hashtag Grumpies Rumbies. Look at, there they go. There they go. Sneaking away, off to Neverland. Uh-oh. I like how Peter made way for that princess, so that was nice. Let's follow him. Let's follow him like a couple of creepers. That kid got a high five from Peter Pan. Now, is Peter marching Hook away as his prisoner? Is Peter marching Hook away as his prisoner, or is Hook leading Peter somewhere for a trap?
You're gonna have to ask them, because I'm not allowed to choose either side.
Oh, you can't take sides. He has to protect both equally. Well, there they go. Off to Neverland. There they go. Oh, look at Peter. I'm bucking the photo. Photo bombing the photo. Did you see that Peter Pan photo bombing the photo? Anyway, there you go. There's the back of Captain. I was just hoping Captain Hook would turn around for a second, but Captain Hook needs to make his way to Neverland so he can buck Peter Pan. Yes, okay, that's what I was talking about. I'm going back to Disney World. Now, I, for years, was a stay-at-home parent. And I was sick with celiac disease and glutinous and stuff that I didn't know about. I was sick. Couldn't leave the house. Couldn't do anything. Had to work from home. I did do a lot of work from home, graphic design, crazy stuff. But for the most part, I put school back on the side and I put other stuff on the side to focus on my ex's career. Well, there's no pension plan for a stay-at-home parent when your ex, whose career was focused on and turned out really good, decides that they don't want you around anymore. So the long and the short of it was, I was left jobless and houseless and everything else when that relationship ended and the divorce proceedings began. So, for the past year and a half or so, I have lived separately from my own offspring because I didn't have the house, I didn't have the car, I didn't have the nothing. So, that's kind of a bummer, right? Again, starting with bummer things, but this all leads somewhere really cool. For once in my life, thanks to, over the past year, and over the past few months especially, oh, look at that. Slowly but surely, laying aside, drip by painstaking drip, I have managed to lay aside a little sum of family money. And I am going back to Disney World, not to film Random Land, not to get crazy with social media, although I'll be around, I'll be here, but to take my kid to Disney World. So I'm actually going for 3 total days, 5 total days, including 2 travel days, but 3 days, taking the short round, the mini-me, the miniature offspring of mine, to Walt Disney World to show him Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom. We're staying at a cool hotel, we're flying, he's got the window seat. For once, I am so excited because things have not been great in my personal life a lot of times, man. Let me tell you, a lot of heartbreak and sadness and things that I don't talk about online because I share some of the struggles that I have, but I don't like to talk about other people or, you know, whatever. But a lot of heartbreak and a lot of sad things and a lot of struggles, a lot of frustration not having, you know, your family anymore, families breaking up, terrible, crazy things. But for once, finally, I'm able to do something super awesome and super cool. I am so stoked about it. Like, I am so actually hyper and crazy stoked about it. I want to flip out and be yelling and be crazy, but it is really crowded here today. Really crowded, and I'm worried about doing this and doing my normal, like, yes, victory, triumph. Because for the most part, there's like no space, and I don't want to run into anybody. I don't want to bump into anybody. So I'm trying to be calm and be really excited at the same time. It's making me sound more bummed out than I am. I am so, look at, see what I'm talking about? So crowded. Ooh, who knew it was going to be so crowded on a Thursday at Disneyland. Man, the 60th anniversary celebration is out of control popular. It is so exciting. I, for one, welcome our new crowd overlords. It's really exciting here. Let's go out front of the castle. So I'm just taking a look, absorbing the information of being home, excited about looking at Disneyland again. But I'm super, super stoked. I've never been able to do anything like this before. I have never, ever been able to. Who knows if I'll ever be able to do it again. And that was the key thing, is even though I was just there, and it's kind of like stopping here for Halloween and I have to get the surgery on my tooth, I have to flip around and go right back to Disney World, which seems a little tiring, but I'm very excited. It was like, for once I can do it. I think I can pull this off, and why not? Who knows? 6 months from now, maybe I'll have no money and be living in the gutter. Oh no! Maybe I'll be living right here on the floor, like Please, sir. Please. May I have some popcorn, sir? Please. Please, sir. Ma'am. S'ma'am. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'll win the lottery and I'll have a mansion with diamond roof castle turrets and a bed made of slumber sleep and candy corn. And those guys will be my friends. Or maybe it'll just be like normal and I won't have any money to fly anybody to Disneyland, but I'm really excited to be able to do that. It's like a combination Christmas present to everybody involved. I haven't got to spend a lot of quality time with the miniature me, and I am very stoked to be able to do it. I am stoked! So sometimes I share my frustration, sometimes I share my sadness. Today I am sharing my joy and my excitement. So it's just gonna be him and me on a plane. He's 8 years old. Hello! How's it going? He's 8 years old, he's super stoked. I'll see you in a second. He's 8 years old, super stoked, first time on a plane, gets to sit in the window seat, fly on an airplane to Florida, get to go to Walt Disney World. I am stoked. I never got to do anything like that as a child, ever. I mean, we had Disneyland, we go to like maybe once a year, because we lived here, we knew people that could get us cheap tickets or sign us in or do different stuff. But largely as a kid, didn't get to do something like that crazy. I don't think I got on an airplane really until I was like 14 or 15 years old. But I've traveled a lot of my time. I'm just really excited. I'm really excited. I feel super blessed, I feel super stoked, and a lot of that is you guys and being able to like have had something to do with my life. If any of you have gotten any positivity or any little tiny amount of entertainment or stokedness from the vlogs and the videos and the periscopes and the Snapchats and the Instagrams and all the meetups and the hangouts and the things, then I am really, really gratified, and it's better than all the money in the world. But also the support on Patreon, which makes me be able to keep doing videos, and then the support on Spreadshirt, which has let me, Spreadshirt specifically, to just be able to put drip by drip, $5 here, $10 here, a little bit away, until finally I was like, oh my gosh, I've got it. I have it. I have what's possible. Look at this sneaker. There's somebody sneaking around over here. It's Mitch P. It's Mitch P. Mitch P. There he is, thinking he's all that in the back.
Look at
Mitch P!
Ah,
Mick Reed!
look at this. I'm trying
Mitch P, what are you doing? Double fisting phones!
Ah.
Are you doing a duff?
I'm trying.
Double fisting phones? Are you doing a duff, bro?
No duff.
Are you Duffy the Bear?
No duff.
Duffy the Bear? I thought they sent you away forever. Duffy the Bear?
Don't they have a new bear? A new bear. Lady bear.
What? They're having a new bear?
She's
You
like a
making
pink
that
bear,
up?
right? Pink bear?
She's not. We're not getting pink berry around
Fluffy?
here. You're
What's her name?
confusing. You're confusing things.
Dude, you got
Mitch
a tan,
P.
dude. Look at you.
I know. I have a tan
From
on my tan.
Florida.
Look at this.
Whoa.
Florida has destroyed me. At least I didn't
Wow.
get burned. At least I didn't get burned.
You look good.
Nice mustache. It looks weird. Burned.
Oh.
At least that didn't happen to me. I'm just kidding. I like your
Gosh.
mustache. You look like a conquistador.
Thank you.
Has anyone ever told you that before? Other
No.
than me, because I think I told you that once before.
They say more like Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan, though, could have been a conquistador, but he was just fighting for the other side. Same era.
Maybe.
If you put one of those little hats on, somebody please Photoshop Mig V with a conquistador hat right now. I think that's it. I think
There we
that's
go.
your look.
There you go.
We'll see. We'll see.
I love
We'll
it.
see. What are
I
you
love it.
doing?
So I'm trying to test out 2 different phones. Trying to do slow motion video on this one here and shooting 4K video on this. And
Oh, you got a message from your girlfriend!
Oh, no.
You lucky dog! Thanks for rubbing it in, Mig V.
Sorry.
I got nobody with me except the internet. They're hanging out.
Well,
I'm
Janelle's not
going
here
back to
either.
Disney World.
Again?
I'm back and then I'm going back.
Oh my
I'm just
gosh.
excited. Look at this, the Disneyland band. The Disneyland band, not the Disney World band. The Disneyland band. Look at that. We saw the Main Street marching band at Disney World marching around my last day there, and now we're seeing the Disneyland band. And look at this. Disneyland horses pulling the Disneyland trolleys, the Disneyland transportation buses. I am overstimulated and I'm excited. I am really genuinely for once really happy and satisfied. Look at this, okay. The buses at Disney World and Disneyland are the same. It really seemed like the ones there were narrower at first, but I've realized that Disneyland is just so much smaller that the buses look bigger here than they look at Disney World. But they're about the same. That was really messing with my brain the whole time I was there, but now I've satisfied myself and I'm okay. Look at this. Victory, triumph, happiness, for once I'm genuinely happy. I'm really genuinely happy, saving and planning ahead, and trying and putting up with a lot of heartbreak and being patient, and all this stuff is finally pulled off, because obviously his mother could have been really negative, said no, you can't go, but that didn't happen. Just paying off, being patient, trying not to fight, trying to put your own feelings aside and swallow them, and be as positive as you can, be as forgiving as you can, be as patient as you can, love people as much as you can. Listen, that does not mean you have to give everybody permission to walk all over you and be rude. It's your life. You have every right to say, this person out, this person in, these are my boundaries. Set boundaries for yourself and all that. That's a whole separate conversation. But I just want to make sure, because a lot of people will say, you know, will misunderstand the whole quest for positivity thing and be like, well, that means you just gotta let everybody walk all over you, or else you're not making them positive. Do what you can. Satisfy your own conscience. Be positive. Be a good person. And hopefully it comes back around to you. I kind of believe in that. I believe in that sense of karma, if you will. Just maybe not that specific, but just, you know, for the sake of simplicity. That whole karma thing, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and try your best, try your best. Try your best. You're gonna have disagreements with people, you're gonna have negative days, you're gonna have bad stuff happen. But if you're patient, if you're good, if you're kind, I really believe that it comes back to you. That's what I believe personally. If you're kind, if you're patient, if you're just, if you do your best, it'll come back around. And so I think for once, things are going my way a little bit. I'm very stoked to be home. I'm very happy to see my friends, and I am super stoked to be going back to Disney World and be able to do the things I think I'm gonna be able to do, which is for once to actually take and do something like that with my offspring and child. And here's the cool part, I haven't been able to have him in vlogs or videos or stuff because of the breakup, because of the arguing, because of the conflicts between me and his mother. And it looks like when we go to Disney World, he'll actually be able to be in the vlogs. So you will meet my offspring pretty soon, which is interesting. I hope you guys get along. He likes Minecraft, spoiler alert. So you'll probably have to hear a lot about Minecraft, Five Nights at Freddy's, Roblox, and other things. Also Stitch. He's a big fan of Lilo and Stitch. And look at this horse. Awesome. Who is this? By the way, the horses all have names. The horses are all cast members too. And you want to know how I know their names when they upload Instagram pictures of them? Bam. Right there, they have their cast member badge, just like the people cast members. So that's Eddie right there. Sometimes I get them confused because they look awfully similar, some of the horses. That's Eddie over here. Look at him. Hey, Eddie. How you doing? Now, he's a working animal, so you're not supposed to distract them. Not supposed to get closer, pet them while they're on duty, because then they learn to not do their job. But they know that if they do their duty, right? They know, Eddie, I'm telling them. They know if they do their duty, they can go home and sleep well. And get carrots and sugar cubes, maybe? I don't know what they give them. I'm sure they give them good stuff. These Disneyland horses, they only work for a couple years, actually. And then they actually put them up for adoption. They have different people who can adopt the older horses, where they're only to work for a certain number of years. They only get to do this for a certain number of years. And then they're retired, and they get to live in sort of like a cool, blissful retirement. Goodbye, Eddie. There he goes. Goodbye, Debbie. Off they go down to Main Street, USA. Eddie and the gang. Eddie and the crew. Off they go. Anyway, I'm totally overstimulated. I finally get some rest. I feel like myself. I'm feeling like my strength coming back. I have peace support. I have told you about my news about going back to Disney World. I can't even process that. I have to drive out to the desert and deliver a bunch of footage. Utmost Studios and I are working on sorting out all the crazy Walt Disney World footage. One video is already starting to be edited. All the rest of it's being sorted through. I filmed 10 things at once. I made a mistake, like I was saying the other day, and how I went about it. Live and learn, though. Lesson learned. And of course, I'm going back to Disney World, and the irony is I'm going to go back to Disney World with my kid for about 4 days, 5 days, whatever it is. Then I'm probably going to end up having to fly back there again to do some more filming for Random Land, but it's okay. It's okay. Side note, if anybody works for an airline and wants to hook a brother up, you can email me anytime. Hey, I had to try, right? I had to try. Well, look at that. Disneyland. Space Mountain over there. Tomorrowland. Beautiful Sleeping Beauty Castle that we can't see because of trees. The mighty Matterhorn Mountain that you will not see in Florida. That is a Disneyland only attraction. The mighty, mighty Matterhorn. Our Adventureland. Our Frontierland. I'm pretty sure in the next couple days I am going to go land by land and show off what our lands look like here at Disneyland, because I made so many new Disney World friends. So many Disney World friends are watching the Sometimes vlog now who've never been here, who've never seen what our original Adventureland looks like, our original Frontierland. You'll be surprised with the scale of it all, how tight and small it is. But I think you'll be delighted and pleased, if not slightly amused, to see Walt Disney's original Disneyland. You know, little piece by piece. Of course, you can always go back in the older Sometimes vlogs where I've done virtually the same thing, although not as organized and thought out and pre-planned and etc. Anyway, thanks for watching this vlog, just like every vlog. I'll be back tomorrow with some more crazy adventures, if not tonight. And of course, there's always Periscope, Justin Scard, Twitter, Justin Scard, S-C-A-R-R-E-D. Live Fast Die Poor on Snapchat and Instagram. I'm taking it easy on the old Instagram and Snapchat for the next couple days. Because man, oh man, did I go crazy at Disney World, and I am ready for a little bit of R&R. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for some more. Live Fast Die Poor at Spreadshirt.com. You can get one of these hats. Look at the Power of the Cobra hat. Don't need the bracelet because you got the hat. The Power of the Cobra. It's gone to my head. Oh no, what will I do? Oh, I'll use the wisdom of the owl. The wisdom of the owl. I can't believe that. I can't believe it. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I love you guys. Seriously. Thank you for everything. And I'll be back. Bye-bye. And look at this. Not only am I back, but this guy's back. In front of the Frontierland Shooting Gallery. Jimberly's brother. Jimberly's brother. He's back. He's been gone for seriously like a year. Almost nobody recognized the fact that he was missing. Like, nobody said anything about it, but I always noticed. And you're back. I think he's new. I think this is a brand new. What do we call you? This is gonna take some thought. It's nice to meet you. Friends.